Here we go. I'm gonna win some money today. I think in Magic, at competitive Magic, you always have to go in assuming you're going to win the whole thing. Okay, we have a Mecha Titan core. Mecha Titan core, kind of weird. I don't know if I want to commit to the artifact decks, and I don't particularly like vehicles that much. Fall of Lord Conda, Unforgiving One are both excellent. Twisted Embrace is excellent. Geothermal Kami. I think the pick is this Gloom Streaker, and then I can be black or green and splash the other color for Gloom Streaker. Because, like, this is what I want to be doing. I want to be like normal. A lot of formats, it's don't pick the uncommon first, or don't pick the multicolored card first. But, like, I'm passing just Geothermal Kami. I could take the Geothermal Kami and say, hey, I'm in green. On my left, don't take the green card. I'm passing the Mech Titan core and I'm taking Gloom Streaker. Hard commit. Alright, so they took the rare. I have no idea what they got. Skyblessed Samurai is the card I'm most likely to play out of this pack. Because that lets me be green-white Enchantress with a black splash. Befriending the Moss is strong. Commune with Spirits is strong. I'm hoping to table a Commune with Spirits or a Network Disruptor, and then I wouldn't be playing the Gloom Streaker. But the ceiling on Gloom Streaker is so high that I think I have to pretend I'm going to play it. So I'm going to take the Skyblessed Samurai and hope for some sagas here. I need pack 3, 4, and 5 sagas. Oh, you don't get to see your opponents in the open? That's a good thing, I think. Gotta calm down and let my heart beat faster for the actual matches. I shouldn't say calm down while sipping coffee. So while it's still small, I'm going to tell everybody that the first time I have a hand with a trick or two, I'm going to screenshot it and keep it in my pocket in case we get more viewers later in the day. Okay, Twisted Embrace, Fall of Lord Conda. I like Fall of Lord Conda. I know a lot of pros are really down on it, but it answers loops that I'm scared of. But I think the pick is still Twisted Embrace because it combos with Gloom Streaker, and I'm saying to the person on my left, hey, you should be an artifact. There's a strong artifact deck here. Go with that Mech Titan core you grab. I'm taking Twisted Embrace. I do really like this Fall of Lord Conda, but I think Twisted Embrace does the same thing better. Intercessor's Arrest, Kami of Terrible Secrets, Chainflail Centipede, and Born to Drive are all cards I want. I'm going to try and table this Kami of Terrible Secrets and take the Intercessor's Arrest and lean into black, white, green. And I may end up in just green, white or just green, black. Alright, so Prodigy's Prototype, the people on my right know what they're doing. None of them want to be blue-eyed vehicle. Hotshot Mechanic is fine. I kind of like the Seven-Tail Mentor, the Bearer of Memory, or the Golden Tail Disciple. I think it's the Disciple as a lifelinker that keeps me alive until I get the Skyblessed Samurai. Or the Bearer of Memory to say, hey, there's no green here. Move along. I'm going to take the Disciple, though. That's a very late Azusa's Mini Journeys and a strong signal. The Blade Blizzard Kitsune is really strong, and I do want it. I'm going to take the Azusa's Mini Journeys and be happy I got such a late saga. Fall of Lord Conda or Fang of Shigeki. But I'm seeing white be totally open, so I'm going to take Fall of Lord Conda. And now white isn't open anymore. Let's see. I could take Anchor or Debt to the Kami. I'm going to take Debt to the Kami because this is best of 3. And there are some decks that Debt to the Kami is really strong against. And I'll plan to sideboard that. Alright, so I have removal now. Which, you want access to removal in best of 3. You don't need a ton of it. Like, this is not a format where removal is as good as usual. You still need it. But I have an open deck here. Alright, so this is a pretty bad pack. Like, it's not that my colors are dry, it's just that this pack is bad. Light the Way is a reasonable card, but I don't think it's a right to pass lands for semi-playables. Pack's still bad. Scrounger's probably the best card because it enables my artifact plus enchantment synergies. When we are young is worth sideboarding. but the Scrounger is something I'm more likely to play here. Because I'm willing to splash green or white here. Still. Late Commune with the Spirits, I'll snap that up. So people on my right are taking green cards, but it doesn't seem like they have a lot of experience taking green cards. Because Azuz's Many Journeys and Commune with the Spirits both seem very weak on the surface. And, like, neither of them are great in a vacuum. But Azuz's Many Journeys enabling a turn 3 saga that would normally come down in turn 4 is much stronger. Whoops, I unplugged my headphones. There we go. Born to Drive? I'm okay with Born to Drive. It's almost always going to be 3 mana, Raise the Alarm. But the fact that it's got modes makes me pretty happy. Light Up the Way. Fine sideboard card. Late Favor of Jukai. So Favor of Jukai as a combat trick is something I'm happy with. Oh, wow. Invoke the Ancients is a nuts card, but I am looking much more black-white than green right now. I could take this and lean into green and just really gamble on getting a Boseiju reaches Skyward. Vanishing Slash and Spirited Companion are both better, though. Alright, this is actually a very difficult pick. Spirited Companion, Banishing Slash, or Invoke the Ancients. Like, if I resolve Invoke the Ancients, I'll win the game. How good is my white? Is my white worth abandoning for Invoke the Ancients? Invoke the Ancients is so powerful, though. How often are you going to be stuck in my hand, Invoke? I'm going to take it and try and table this Careful Cultivation. Kappa Tech Wrecker is one of the strongest cards in the set. The Spinning Wheel Kick and Season Renewal are both cards I really want, but Kappa Tech Wrecker is the pick. We've got Fade into Antiquity, Spirited Companion, Gravelighter, and Greater Tanuki. How good is my black? So I can splash the Gloom Shrieker. So I gotta decide my colors here. Do I want to be green-white or green-black? I'm gonna take the Spirited Companion. And I'll get to table Fade into Antiquity or Greater Tanuki or Gravelight. Okay, we've got Iganjo Exemplar just as an enchantment. Black cards. This is a pretty bad pack in general. But I'll take the Exemplar just as an enchantment. Greasefang or Akiba Reckoner Raid. Oh, it's a Generous Visitor. Yes! This is the card I want to see. This is a late Akiba Reckoner Raid. But like Generous Visitor, that is I consider that to be a mythic uncommon. That puts us solidly into green-white. If I have the ability to run black, I will. Repel the Vial, Light the Way. I'm going to take Repel the Vial. I'm probably not going to... Ooh, almost picked that wrong. I'm probably not going to run Repel the Vial in the main deck, but having access to it is really valuable to me. I may play this. There's my black cards. I have the ability to splash blue. I need enchantments now. I've got my Skyblast Samurai. I've got Generous Visitor. And my favorite deck is Green-White Enchantress. That's what I want to see. All right, we've got a Web Spinner's Cup and a Favor of Jukai. Web Spinner's Cup has been really good to me. Historian's Wisdom is an enchantment that draws a card. It's fine, but it's a reasonable green source of card advantage. All right, Careful Consider. So normally I take Golden Tail Disciple here, but Careful Consideration provides double green, which makes it so much easier to cast this Invoke the Ancients I grabbed. And it's a good cheap creature. Today, the 27th. Let's see. Bad pack, generally. I'll take Light Up the Way, because there's a lot of decks that I'll side Light Up the Way in against. And then I'll take Thundersteel Colossus for the same reason. There's lots of decks that I'll side Thundersteel Colossus, or even Kaido's Pursuit is a good sideboard card. Okay, so nobody wants to be playing Greasefang. Um, I will side into a Greasefang Thundersteel Colossus strategy if we're heavier black. That means that nobody's playing black-white, and I think I'm okay with that. Dai Odawara is solid. Harmonious Emergence has been really good to me. It's a good pack. Like the Walking Skyscraper is a little slow. Um, Generally I would take it to be a sideboard card. I think it's the land. I really want this Harmonious Emergence, but I really want to just be able to cast Gloomshrieker, and this is pack 3. So I'm going to take the Scoured Barrens, and I'm going to try and grab a Geothermal Kami to complete the loop. Ooh, Master's Rebuke, Intercessor's Arrest, or Invoke Justice. It's not Invoke Justice, because I gotta be... Oh, I didn't even see this Touch of the Spirit Realm. It's the Touch of the Spirit Realm. It hits everything I needed to hit. Sage Regis. So March of Otherworldly Light is a tier 1 removal spell, and I would normally take that, but Sage Regis Skyward is a huge threat that enables Invoke the Ancient. I'm taking Boseiju. Happy to be taking Boseiju. Era of Enlightenment or Fade into Antiquity. I don't have a Fade into Antiquity yet, but I do have Repel the Vile. And Era of Enlightenment is just a big upgrade in terms of Saga. Fade into Antiquity. I do have a Fall of Conda. I've touched Spirit Realm and Repel the Vile. I'm taking the Era. Gotta get those Sagas. Tamio's Safekeeping is a reasonable sideboard card. Debt to the Kami or as another one. I'm gonna take the Safekeeping. I'm not gonna run it main deck, but I will side it in, I think, a fair amount of the time. Oh, great pack. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards I'd be happy to take, but Touch of Spirit Realm is tier 1 removal. Late Spirited Companion. That's great news. No Geothermal Kami to combo with my Gloomshriekers. Would love one Geothermal. I'm a little worried about my lack of Mothrider Patrol alongside the Tech Record is good. About my lack of win cons. But I do just have big fat dudes to hold down the board, and then I can power up a Mothrider Patrol. Exemplar doesn't make the cut. Light of the Way, I'm going to move to the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. 1, 2, 3 solid auras. So this right now is 17 lands. Do I have any other black cards I want to splash? Maybe the Scrounger. Ooh, this is looking solid. I like this kind of deck. I realize I got the date of all my scheduled tweets wrong. Harmonious Emergence, yes. Anything I want more than that. Maybe the Tamiya's completion. I've got great 2-drops. It's the Harmonious Emergence. Another Web Spinner's Cuff. A really late Intercessor's Arrest. Wow. Web Spinner's Cuff. Better than Intercessor's Arrest? I don't think it is right now. Great removal. I may side the katana in. There's a lot of situations where I want it. And then this guy puts counters on stuff. I have enough flyers. I don't have enough flyers. I think I gotta take this dragonfly suit. Probably am not main decking it, but I want access to it. Okay, good draft. I didn't get a geothermal Kami. We'll just take a sec. Did most of it already. Look at I have a lack of ways to break through, but my creatures are efficient and my cards pull their weight. Hey, Hazmat, welcome. I just drafted this green-white Enchantress deck, which is my favorite archetype to play. In this set. Right. What are my black sources? Removal. Saga. Saga. Usually going to be a 2-drop. How many enchantments do I have? Well, 18 enchantments. Perfect. Welcome, Hazmat. Glad you're here. Sorry, I've been a little distracted with this. Enchantment. Alright, so I'm really dependent on these flyers. I don't have a good way to force my Boseiju through, but I do have a lot of removal. I'm worried about my lack of evasion. You have some. Damn ones. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, thanks for the follow, Dragon King. If you're just joining us, we just had a very ooh, sorry, I don't think I have that set up yet. Thanks. I'm trying to decide what I want to cut. I think one swamp is going to be enough, and I'm going to just plan to play Gloomshrieker really late. Is Gloomshrieker worth running? I do have some strong cards. Like, picking up a Saga with Gloomshrieker feels very powerful. I think that's worth it. Thanks. It was a rough day one, but we got here. I need to cut one more card. 16 lands in a commune, I think it's fine. I come down. I really want to play this Invoke, but Seiji Reaches Skyward really helps with the Invoke. 8 green sources. I think I need to be at least 9 green sources. I need to... It's best of 3. 6 white sources. Is that going to be enough? I think Gloomshrieker has to come out if I want to play this Invoke the Ancients. Thank you. Thank you, Dragon King Gaming. I need to cut one card, and I think it's going to be one of my removal spells. Fall of Lord Conda might not be worth main decking. I really like having access to that card out of the board. If this were best of one, I'd play it. All right, here we go.